The lengths I go to get you guys some good views in my videos. Sorry, it's a bit blinding out here. The sun is right in my eyes, but I have a lot of stuff to talk about. Stuff that's gonna piss off a lot of people, which is really good because if you're not pissing people off in life, you're doing something wrong. All right. Now, this is the truth here. Here we go. We have 210 Democrats and 13 Republicans voted against advancing Crypto Genius Act, Clarity Act, and anti-CBDC Act. We all know the truth now. Come on, guys. It's all CBDCs right here. We're talking in stablecoin regulations. It's all about pushing the agenda for CBDCs, all right? And if anybody says otherwise and says everybody has the government has your best interest in mind, tell them about the Epstein client list that they'll never produce. Exactly, bunch of lying scum. Now let's go over to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin is the same price as it was yesterday, and Ethereum is actually creeping up further, which means probably alt season is closer than most people think. And yes, there's gonna be another alt season, okay? People are greedy. There's definitely gonna be another alt season. So President Trump says 11 representatives who voted against pro-crypto legislation have now agreed to vote in favor of advancing the bill. So this was a little bit later. Guys, this is all theater. This is theatrics, okay? This is passing. It's going to pass 100%. Guarantee it, all right? Don't ever trust these guys. It's all theater. I think Frank Zappa said it's like the politics is adult entertainment for something about adult entertainment. It's all fake, okay? Now, moving on, we also have a little bit after that, the House procedure vote on key crypto bills fails after GOP pushback over CBDC concerns. Yes, the theater keeps going. Leadership is now working on a new deal. Bullcrap. They already have a new deal going. Trump confirms the House will try again to advance the Genius and Clarity Acts, all right? So, doesn't matter. This doesn't matter whatsoever with crypto because we are in a massive bull market, and every single time we've been in a massive bull market, we didn't need news like this. We never had news like this, and we went to crazy heights, okay? I remember the bull market before this, we started at $3,500 and ended at $69,000 without any Genius Act or any stablecoin crypto act. It doesn't matter. I've been in this space a lot longer than a lot of these guys that think that this actually matters. It doesn't, okay? So now let's go over to the inflation numbers that everybody's freaking out about. I'll tell you why they're freaking out about it. CPI, which is I call it the CP lie. It's the fake inflation numbers governments give you because they think, yeah, you're that stupid to think that inflation is really under 3%. What a freaking joke. All right, so here's the thing, forecasted 2.6%, but the actual CPI number was 2.7% year over year. So people are like, oh, there's not gonna be a rate hike or a rate, they're not gonna lower rates. Fed's not gonna lower rates because inflation is rising. Guys, as I've explained to you in prior videos, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter whatsoever because we have hit like at the bottom of the bear market, the very bottom when we started to rise, we got 5 consecutive rate hikes, not cuts, hikes. And that brought us so high. And that was over the months preceding the bottom of the bear market. That's when we started the bull market. That was, we experienced some crazy gains during that time. And yes, once again, during times of rate hikes. So I said, I don't care about fake inflation numbers, which don't include food or fuel. Seriously, every piece of data coming from government is lies, lies, and more lies. It's a cesspool, guys. This is why we trust math, which backs Bitcoin, instead of anything else that government tells us to trust, because it's just a complete and utter joke. Okay, moving on to Jerome Powell. He could actually be getting fired. Okay, so this is according to Anna Paulina Luna, a representative in the United States. Now, speaking about the Federal Reserve, okay, so even if the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, is to be fired, The Federal Reserve still exists. The same entity that's been around since 1913. Didn't matter who was elected or selected at the Federal Reserve to be the Federal Reserve chairman. The currency printer went into oblivion, like just went overdrive, okay? You've seen the devaluation of the US dollar. You've seen what has happened to the United States economy because of what happened since the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. Okay, so now we also have Senator Loomis. I try not to give this woman any airway because she is like, I can't stand her personally. Okay, she says Jay Powell has repeatedly failed the American people and crippled America's competitive edge. It's time for actual leadership at the Fed. Chairman Powell must resign now. She does not know what she's talking about. This woman is crazy. Why do you even give her airtime? Where did she come from? Like, this woman right now, first off, she doesn't understand that if you get rid of a Federal Reserve chairman, that's like getting rid of the captain of the Titanic. You still have the Federal Reserve at the helm, guys. This is a sinking ship unless you end the Fed. Like my shirt says, there's a reason why there's people like Ron Paul that actually understands the Federal Reserve. The reason why people are like, hey, end the Fed. You need to end the Fed, not end the Federal Reserve chairman so you have somebody else. So with that said, guys, don't listen to these people, okay? Listen to people that have been calling this time and time again. There's many of us out there that are trying to say the truth, regardless of how much it pisses off the popular people in crypto. I don't really care. I'm not here to make friends, as I've said before. I'm here to tell you the truth, okay? And whether that, makes me isolated or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not here. I'm not going to sell my soul to this crap, okay? Now, ending this is actually a good guy. I follow him, but this is a top signal. This is just one top signal. Like I said, there's going to be many. This is from Crypto Kaleo. One Bitcoin will never trade for less than $100,000 ever again. So guys, this is the type of rhetoric that makes me very, very concerned that there's more and more top signals, okay? Yes, I do think Bitcoin's going to go around maybe $200,000. Maybe. We'll see. With that said, we're going to see a bear market, so that is why you need to follow learningcrypto.com. We're going to guide people the right way when we buy and we sell, and we're going to buy the crap out of the next bear market because we're preparing for that now, okay? Don't wait. Anyways, let me know what you think about what I've said in the prior topics. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.